Alrighty, welcome back. I'm your man, Bad Chad Queen. Jolene's on the camera, and I said Nate would be back, and he's back. Here he is. He's still at her there. We're going to order him some grease for the front end, and he's got it pretty well accomplished. Changing something over from nothing that we had to making it work with what we have, or what we could find. He has done it again. So I thank him for that. Appreciate that. And if you cannot overcome something like that, well, then you're a fish out of water, and you can't drive your car. So basically all it does is take a little bit of brain work and thought work and going for it, and you can get it done. Also, that's what I'm doing over here. I want to thank everybody for coming back in the humongous t-shirt sale that we've ever had in our history of time. The last 3 years, the history of time. That was the best t-shirt sale yet. I want to thank everybody for going on and buying a shirt. Even bought the Green Goblin shirt a few times. I want to thank everybody. We really appreciate it. But today what I'm going to do is I have this piece welded in, ground up, looking fairly decent. Like I said, I could have done it a different way. I could have cut it out and then put a piece in it and done it that way, but I chose to leave what I had there and to make it work. Now I've got the bottom. I've chose a different way to fix it. I didn't leave everything there. I cut it out. How you feeling this morning, Nate?
Oh, not too bad.
Not too bad. With your hands, probably.
Yeah, with my hands.
So we have a hinge. We had a hinge going here like so. We had that in there like that. When I cut that off, that ended up cutting the end of this off. We got that off. And I just cut up a little further and cut that off. There was a hole there to start with. And we still have this line going out through here like I showed you yesterday. Don't worry, Nate, just beat away, buddy. So I got that all cut out. Now we're going to end up replacing it. I just tacked this little corner brace on here on the door like that. I tacked that there. What I'm thinking is if I make a 90 on this, that'll give me this shape going down here. Then I got a little piece of paper here. Ouch. A little piece of paper here. I made a template. That'll go on there. That'll fit there nicely. So if we get a nice bend on that, we can add that to the bend, and then we'll have a piece to fit. Let's do it. Let's do it. You can see I've got this lip here. I want to bend that much of the lip on this. Also, when I shut this door, the bottom of the door was really close down here, and that's somewhat what I want to fix. Let's go to the other side for a second. Just kind of show you real quick before we go on. You can see on the other side, on this side, it was really close down the bottom. I beat that back a little bit to give me a little bit more room down there, and I'll try to keep the same room going down that post to make it look nice. I will. Just going to take a look at this for a second. I'm going to cut it on this side, or bend it on that side. Just going to do this. I'm going to make a mark there, see how thick that is, and then I'm going to, let's do it this way. I get a mark on there. Basically how thick I want it, like that. I'm just going to take my finger, hold my marker, then my finger down the metal. Nailed the other side just like that. That's all I'm going to do. Piece of piss. We're going to put it on the brake. We want a 90. Also, I have to fix the outside piece. Now we got this. We want to go like that. And I'm hoping when I cut this off that it's going to fit. It's basically what I'm going for. But not pat. All right, let's cut that out. I'm hoping that's the piece that'll fit in there. It's that weather when you start sniffling, isn't it? Nate, you got sniffles yet?
I was cool on this one. I had to scrape the windshield and it was sniffed the first time.
I'm just going to cut that piece. That's where the hinge was, obviously. So we used the hinge, welded it in there, didn't bother cutting anything. Down here we're cutting it out just because we want to get rid of the junk. It was not making us happy. All right, got a nice little piece going on there. Looks good. Looks good. We're a little bit long. Nope. Not at all. You can see where it's indented there where the hole was. I'm just going to tap that in. See, I got it welded there. I just welded there, welded on the thick stuff, ran it down to the thin stuff. I'm just going to do the exact same thing there. Once we weld that in there, I just hit that in there with the hammer. Let's get it cut off at the bottom the right length. I left the corner of the door because the corner of the door is just fine. I just want to cut a little bit off. All right, good. Let's turn the welder on. Now, I've made a little decision with Jolene here with taking the mic off and on my hat and on the welder and all that stuff. It just kind of irritated me. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to end up closing my eyes, tacking everything together, and then I'll weld it up after. Let's put it on here. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it on here. And then I'm going to want to shut the door and see what I got. I don't feel like we have any gas on. Jolene's going to run the camera and turn the gas on.
You got this.
You got this, baby. You got this. Huh? It's on? Water speed seems to be a bit high. I'm just going to tack it right down here, just for. Yeah, I'm fine. Just going to tack it like that. We got just on the bottom of the door, right around. So let's shut the door. Basically, we want to shut the door to find out what we're looking like on the other side. Is what basically what's going on. I know there's. What can I say? On the other side, take a look at it. It's a little in there. I'm going to pop it out just a little bit. You can see it's a little thicker. It's a little thicker in the middle there. I'm going to pop it out there and line the line back up again. I think the bottom's fine. That bottom is very close once it gets down in there, but it's good. Knock that off. Now down. Knock. Make all the difference in the world. All I did is bring that over some, leaving that, I'm going to check it again. Better check it again. And you have to remember, it's welded down there. It's going to have to be filled out. We're a little straighter now. I think we are. I think we're good. We're a little straighter now. We still have to weld that hinge on the post side, the A-pillar side. We still have to weld that up. Or that's welded up. Alrighty. I'm gonna tack that in where I want it. Good. Tack this in where I want it. A little better. Tap this in. bottom. Basically with something like this, keep an eye on it and make it look the best you can. Gonna pound that bottom in a little bit, make it nice and tight on the corner. As tight as it's gonna get. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Push on it a little bit. Nope, not at all. A third iron probably better. We're good. Just dropping off little pieces of metal, so when it comes time for me to weld it, I have something there. Drop a little bit off, then I can weld it. So we got it tacked in place. Basically, we got that tacked in place. Now we get to get the outside. See the outside here? It's got quite a bit of damage. Like it's damaged all the way back. Like it's bent up here. It's all done. You can see it's been welded here. It's damaged here, all the way around. Let's get something that'll cover that. Also, on the other side, I come up and went across on an angle, trying to get rid of that warpage. What happens when you put a square piece in? I've done it a few times in the last little while, and I'm going to try to get away from it if I can. I'm going to make a piece that comes up and around like that, so the heat will come around that corner. When the heat goes this way and come up this way, and when it meets at that point, sometimes it'll take off on you. I don't want that, so we'll try to make it not do that like we did the other side, and let's do it. I'm going to get a piece of cardboard, Bristol board. Keep coming back, that's for sure, because we're going to end up getting that engine put in that car, and it's going to be quite a display of triumph probably to get it in there. But Nate said he could do it, so I trust him. Did you hear that, Nate? Nate said there's not a drill bit in the house that he would take home. There's no drill bit in the house that he would take home. That's how you keep things going good. You don't have anything worth anything. That way there no one comes around. You know what I mean? It's all good. Alrighty, let's do this. Let's make a decision on the back side. Check the lip out on the bottom. Lip looks good on the bottom. It looks good on the bottom, that lip. No, there's no rot or anything there. I don't feel like I have to take it off. There's no rot on these lips here. I'm talking about the lips that are rolling over the car, not my lips. The lips that are rolling off there. You wouldn't want them lips, huh? Would they, Nate? All right, no comment again, he says. All right, I'm just going to visualize that and see how scissors give me enough. And it's about that wide. I'm just going to visualize and make a I'm going to try to keep it round. And I want to go far enough that I got good stuff. Looks pretty good. Just going to cut that. This stuff can be scary to some, I guess, but let's make it so it's not scary and make it easy. And the reason I say it's scary because there's a big door to warp once you start welding this piece in. Okay, I'm gonna bring my line. I'm gonna go with my line. See if I can get all the damage covered. Going with my line. I'm going up a little. See, there's some damage there where it's welded. Just gonna get above it. Get above it. Gotta make sure my line and my door fits. Gonna take and trace off the bottom because it doesn't fit. if you know what I'm trying to say. Looks like it fits on the outside. Good. Cut this. And scissors are... If I have enough scissors rounds, I'll give you your foot, she says, your foot. Get a little bit of an angle on the bottom of the door. Put this bad boy on here again. We're looking decent. Let's do this. Just gonna mark where it ends there. Just gonna mark it. Gonna mark it where it ends there. All right, let's clear this stuff out of the way. On a door, the inside construction is made, then the skin goes on after, and that lip has been around to hold the skin on the door. So the inside is made in one piece, and then the outside skin is one piece. You can't press the door out all at once. The machine would come down, and the press would come down a piece of metal and press the inside out. Then the machine would come down and press the door skin out, and then you would apply the door skin on the inside of the door. Let's see what we're gonna do here. There's many different ways I can do this. I could pull that lip off and run a new lip around the new piece that we're making. I don't feel like I want to do that, and the reason I don't want to do that is because it's not rotten. I don't feel like I want to take it away. So this is what I'm going to do. I know the piece. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run the zip cut right along the edge of the door. So I'm going to leave the lip that goes around. I'm going to do this. I'm going to leave the lip. I'm going to cut my piece. Cut that right here. Cut that right around here. My lip's all good. And we'll cut that right around here. We will get that so that the door skin is disconnected in this corner area. We're going to leave the lips on the back side. Then we'll go from there. Let's do it. Let's cut this piece out. Or I don't want to cut it all out. I'll show you what I'm going to do. We're gonna be delicate here. We still got our. You can see how the door lip didn't. Yeah, it banged over top of it, but it did not fit. How it did not fit. This is the inside door piece that was punched out, and this is the lip that was put on. You can see how the distance, how far that went over on that lip. It didn't quite fit it exactly right, but that's okay. The reason I cut out what I got going on there now is because when I put this new piece on, I want to be able to get this piece out. If I butt weld this piece in, I just want to cut that out and get that out of there. Get it out of the way, and I do this. So, where's our, did we cut that piece? No, we didn't cut a piece of metal yet. Go in there. cut a piece of metal. There's our piece right there. There's our piece. Markers on the floor, isn't it? See, sweetheart? Gotta get by. Now, you can cut the whole window out, or the whole window out. You can cut the whole door piece out. You can cut the lips off. You can do whatever you want. You know, basically, I'm trying to do it as quick as I can and just replace the metal. And this is the way I want to do it. But you're more than welcome to do it any way you want to. If you haven't recalled, this is a place where you take what you like and then you throw away what you don't like. And like Nathan said, do what makes you happy. So if you're happy with what you're doing, go for it. If you're not happy, stop and change it up. It'll take a little bit to get this to look where we want it to look like, which is good. Take a little bit, but let's face it, all good things take time. As you can come over and see on this one, we got that looking good. I cut it up here and then went over across there. We had more damage going on there. And we left the lip on and then put a little piece in there and weld it around. So when you sandblast that, you're looking down the edge of the door. You're not going to be wondering what kind of work has been done, what has been done. Chad Hiltz, bad Chad, is going to fool you because you're not going to think any work's been done to that corner of that door because it looks so good. Because it looks so good. Now, let's do this. I want to butt weld that right on. I'm going to get a couple clamps. Let's get some clamps. We'll clamp that on there and we'll try to make it as easy as possible. If I cut that corner of that door out, then I got to try to make that piece of metal fit that door. You know, basically, if I cut this out, then I got to try to make that fit, that line there. Not going to bother with that. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. Put a little shape in it because it has a little bit of shape in it. And it's round, right? We'll make it fit as best we can with our hands. If someone asks you how you feel, tell them with your hands. Right? Hands. I'm going to take it up just a little tiny bit. And I can weld the bottom right on. I'm going to end up, I'm going to leave that like that. We're going to add our lip on the inside after, so basically I'm going to do this. I'm going to slide it back maybe just a, nope, I'm going to leave it. You see how we got that fitting? It's no big deal how I got it fitting. It's kind of fitting really nice. Now what I have is I have it sitting in on the bottom lip. You can see the bottom lip there where that metal is in there. I'm going to weld that on that lip. I'm going to skin that lip there and butt weld that in there, and then we'll make the little third piece. We'll go in and attach it to the inside piece. Let's do it. I just want a little tighter on Yeah, we're good. Really good, I guess. Right here where it's flush. Up there, it's in there a little bit. I'm going to cut off a little bit and go beyond that. Right there, it's nice. And remind yourself, I'm going to start on the good metal, on the brand new metal, and then go over to the old metal. Drop a piece and weld her on. Nice and flush right underneath that. Drop a piece and weld it on. That's all I'm doing. Drop a piece, weld it on. I'm going to actually get right above this because it looks good. Just going to attach it there. Let's attach it down the bottom. How you doing? Just going to attach it there. Wherever it's feeling good is where we're going to attach it. I'm going to have to buzz this back just a little tiny bit to make myself happy. Or I might be able to take this off. Squeeze that in there and see what... I'm just going to run the zip cut down to that. What's that?
Would you want to return that glue?
Oh yeah. I want to return some glue. I want to return some glue. Yeah, I'm done sniffing it. Yes, please. You should let them know that $66 is too much for a can of glue. What? Oh. I'm just a driver. Not taking the blame for that, huh?
There's a lot of money though.
$66 for a bottle of glue. I almost opened it. I almost sprayed it. And I said, nope.
I'll bring something for you.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Alrighty. We're tacked there on the corner. We're right inside where we cut it off. That's beautiful, I must say. Just drop a little bit of weld off. Now, I got a little bit further to go down here on this side. See if it'll stick. And it did. Just want to cut it right here a little bit. Let's see what I'm going to do. On there. Now what we got to do is we got to make sure that we get the door, or the piece that we got there, have to get that leveled out with the door. And we're just going to tack it on, drop some metal, tack it on. Let's go up a little bit further. Got to get my third arm because the hammer's a little shy. The hammer's shy. You ever tell of a shy hammer? Well, I got one. We're a little matted here. Up my knees a little bit. Just pushing the new panel in on the door skin. Trying to flush it out. Just put it like that. Let's put it there so it meets it, and then we know. No, I'm not going to see it there. Just dropping off a little bit of meat. Now we got it tacked. Let's do this. Get it flushed out. Drop a little bit of meat. Then weld it. So we'll put it. Let's come to the other side. Let's see if we can get that piece of metal. We get a little piece of the cut here yet. Just 1 second. I'm right with you. Might be a hard thing to do. I'm not sure if I got it welded in there or not. Alright. That's what we wanted. We didn't want that in the backside. If you come over and take a look at what's going on the other door, you can see exactly what's going on there. I made this one a little different on this side. Now we're going to continue on tacking it on and getting it in place. Just want to flush it up. Basically, if I take my little bar and if it hits both sides of the metal, I feel like I've got it. That one there is not working so good because it has a I see old Jimbo's getting the body fill on his car. He's probably happy to get going that far, get it closer to being taxing. You can see how flush that is. That's what you want. You want it just as, that looks pretty good there. Just dropping off a little metal so I can tack it without burning through. Now we have this up here. Make sure that corner's in there. But I want to make sure. Right there seems to be out just a little tiny bit. I'm going to hit it. Dropping off some metal and then welding it. All right, now we need a piece in the back side. I'm going to take this. That can be knocked in and then welded. Where it's welded there and where it's welded there, now it'll bend. Then I'll just fill that in with weld. Let's put a shutter door for a second. See how things are going. Things are going pretty good. We need to make a line there now. We need to make this piece. Let's make a lip that goes in there and welds to that. Alrighty. My metal. It's not my metal. Piece right there looks pretty good. I'm going to take and
Go gadget finger.
Go gadget finger, he says. Let's see what happens here. I just want to take and knock this over. Hey. Hit my fingers. Put that over there. Just wanted that extra little bit of metal to go around this edge here so I can have that on there and make that. Just going to cut this off. I can see where it's fitting on this side. Yeah, I just gotta find it where it's fitting on the other side. I'll shove that in there. Ba, 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 ba. Just need a little bit more meat. All right, come on back out there. Let's get our welder turned on. Thanks, sweetheart. You're the best. You're the best. Yeah, I'm going to tack this on the outside. Nope, I'm going to have to smarten that up a little bit. Let's smarten her up a little bit. Smarten up a little bit more. Just gonna do that. Get on there. Make the top fit. Pushing it out some. And then I'm going to clamp it. There might have to be some friggin' with the door itself, but that's what I'm working on, that's what I'm doing, so I guess that's what has to happen. Just clean on the inside, back a little bit. Got a piece of metal here that's I want to that together. Now, see that door's crooked there? We'll dolly it up straight a little bit. I'm going to tack it right here. And then we'll see how it fits. Good. So basically what's going to happen is I got to take my time with my air hose, and I'm going to weld that all the way along there, take my time. Then I'm going to come in on the back side, and I'm going to weld all across here, across there. I'll clean that up and weld that down there. I'll probably weld that all the way down there, along there. If I have anything I have to fix, I will. Basically, that's what's going on. So I still got my original lip. I haven't got a real big thick door going on the anywhere, so that's what I'm happy with. Rust is gone. I basically just replaced it. I'm butt welding it in on this side, or on that side it looks like that, and then on this side it's going to look like this. And like I said, there's many different ways you can do it. You can peel that off. You can peel that off, peel that off, peel that off. You have to remember though, there's spot welds in there when you peel that off. You'll be cutting and grinding and doing all that sort of stuff. But you can peel that off. Then you can make it one piece. You can make this piece and bend the ends over and get it to match up. Sometimes I find it's hard to make that piece fit when you get flipping that end over and getting it pounded on. But this way here, I know I've got the original lip. If when the door is sandblasted, cleaned off, ground up and welded up and filled out, you would think it's all the original lip because most of it is, except for where the hinge was on the bottom. It's not cut and replaced. I think we're in the right direction. That's butted in. We got nothing in behind it. The door fits. All I have to do is weld it up. And the reason I took this piece out here, the reason I cut this edge here and went all the way around here is because if I took that piece like I did here, I put that piece over top of it and then I cut this piece out. When I went to cut this piece out, I would not be able to get it out between the door and that where it's bent over. I would not have been able to pull that out unless I cut that off and cut the bottom off to get it out. And you can see where it's been welded on the back and what the damage is. It had a bunch of damage on it, so that's what we did. We cut it out and hopefully we'll be happier. So when looks like that right now. Got that ground up a little bit nicer. Looks like that right now. And in the end, it should look like what we have on the passenger side. The inside piece is not completely welded yet, but basically what we'll do is we'll take our time, clean it up, and then we'll flush it off so it makes it look nice. We did not overlap anything, so we're not getting a big thick distance going on that door. And I keep saying that anytime you think that, wow, what a beautiful car, go up and look at the edge of the door. I was at the Grand National Rosary Show, probably the best show in the world, probably the best cars in the world. And this car was absolutely gorgeous. But when the door was open and I walked by, you know, some places were that thick. And not that I have anything against it, it's just that you want to get the fill on this part, not the edge of the door. You want it on this part and this back part, because when I open the door, you're not going to know if there's any fill on the back side of that. You really have to pay attention to that, and it does mean a lot when it gets done. Like some of these places on this door, on this car over here, when I put the suicide hinges on it, the door should have been adjusted out just as far as I could get it. And on the bottom, it squeaked in on me a little bit, or squeaked in there a little bit, and it wasn't when I first started because I did not want it that way. Now I'm going to have to play with the edge of the door to try to get that out again. That's what happens, basically. Or I can do whatever, do what a lot of people, fill that door out and make it fit that quarter pound and have the door that thick on the bottom. I don't want that. That's the first sign. If you want to go look at a car, look at the lip all the way around. See how thick it is. Thanks a lot for coming back. I really appreciate it. Thanks for everybody buying the t-shirts. Thanks Nathan for coming and gearing that all up. Let's take a looky poo-poo.
Took all the bolts back and put lock washers on it.
Okay. So basically what has happened, this piece here was out here because we had a longer spring, and Nathan has modified it and moved it inside the frame, cut new holes, modified the brackets and moved it in. He's also did the brackets in the back. He's modified and moved those in. And now it'll have a nice front suspension that will never probably wear out in our time. And the reason being is how much you're not going to drive it for an everyday for forever. But to be honest with you, it's an excellent fix. Thanks, Nathan. He said he's not perfect, but he can perfect it. Have a great day, everybody. Come on back tomorrow. We'll be here.